In this video, we will focus on how to connect and organize nodes in Nuke to make our workflow cleaner and more efficient. Whether you are working on a simple composite or a complex shop, organizing your node tree is essential. So let's start with connecting nodes. In Nuke, nodes are connected from top to bottom. You can think of it like water flowing down a pipe. Each node feeds into the one below it. To connect nodes, click and drag from the output of one node to the input of another, or you can do vice versa. The arrow shows the flow of information, and you will see a line connecting them. So let me show you an example. I have an image here, and I want to connect it to color correction node. So what I can do, either I can drag the output of image to the input of color correction, or I can drag the input of color correction to the output of image. By this way, I can connect both the nodes. Or another way of connecting the node is to just connect the input of viewer to image or output of image to the viewer, or just press 1 as I told you and just drag this and it will be connected automatically. Now whatever changes I make in the color correction node will affect my image, as you can see. So if you want to disconnect this node, you can just select the node and press Ctrl Shift and X and it will disconnect it. The order in which you connect nodes matters. For example, if I add a blur node after this color correction node and I just increase the blur size, let's say 100, the image will be color corrected first and then blurred. But if I switch the order, so if I select all this and press Alt C, so Alt C to duplicate things, and if I just switch the order, like first blur and then color correction, and if I press 2 here and 1 here, you can see there's a little bit difference. So the image will be blurred first and then color corrected, which gives a different result. As you can see, there is a little bit difference. So the node flow is important. Think about what needs to happen first and what comes after. Now let's talk about keeping things tidy. So as your node tree grows, it can get messy. Uh, that's where organization comes in. To help organize, Nuke has something called backdrop node. A backdrop node is basically a colored box that you can put behind a group of nodes so you know what they do. So let's say that these nodes are for color correction, and I want to add a name, or let's say I want to differentiate them. So I will just either I can select all of them and then press tab and search for backdrop, or I can just press tab anywhere and type a backdrop. So as you can see now, I have differentiated uh, these nodes separately. So then I will drag the nodes inside it, or I can drag the nodes outside them like this. And if I want to just take all the nodes somewhere else, so I don't have to always select all the nodes and then drag them. Can just select the backdrop node and drag them anywhere I want. So I can also name it, like double click on it, and then in label area just type whatever the nodes are working for. So if I type color correction, I can also just increase the size here, as you can see. And if you just want to arrange the backdrop node, you can, as you can see now, if I arrange it, the nodes will also move. So if you just only want to adjust the backdrop node, just press Ctrl and then click, and you can now only select the backdrop node. You can also change the color of this backdrop node. Just go to this color icon and just color it from here or here, anywhere you want. Now when I look at my node tree, I know exactly what each section is doing. if I have a huge node graph, for example. So one more trick for organizing is dot nodes. So if I just duplicate this, Alt C, and I connect one, and if I just take a merge node and a roto node, let's say. So, and you can see I have this also this input bg1, and I have connected. So now bg1 and bg are overlapping, and what if I want only to disconnect the bg1, and it's like I have to disconnect them all first and then connect it. So when you have many connections crossing each other, it can be confusing. So to keep things clear, you can add dot nodes. So these are small dots that you can place in the node graph to reroute or organize the connection. So just press full stop key on your keyboard and you will get this node. So I can just connect the BG here and BG1 to this, and then this to the my original plate. And if you press control, you can add more dots also, like this and like this. So this way your lines are neatly organized and easy to follow. So you know exactly that, yeah, BG1 is taking input from the original image, BG is also taking input from original image. Or you can do one more thing, you can add a dot node here and you can just connect them here and keep the original image or footage separate. So as you can see the flow, as I was talking about, you can see the arrow. It's coming from it's coming from top, and then it's like making channels here for BG1, BG, and merge node. So to wrap things up, I would just say that by staying organized, you will save a lot of time and headaches later on, especially in big projects.